Hello TikTok. It is what would normally be Blog Post Friday, but I have something a little different for all of you today. Obviously, as anyone who's following me or really spends any time with my content knows, I have been spending most of my time creating educational content for clients, with a little bit of content for piercers and industry-related content, but mostly trying to teach clients about safe piercing. And a few months ago, I posted here and on my channel asking if people wanted to see me start doing educational content targeted towards piercers and apprentices and front of house and just basically anyone who works in the industry. And the answer was a resounding yes. People wanted to know my techniques, how I perform piercings, what tools I use, what techniques I use with interacting with clients, how I structure educational work and apprenticeships, things like that. So, as of today, when you go to link in my bio on all of my pages, you're now going to see this button, Educational Content for Piercers. And that is going to take you to my new Patreon page. This is going to be updated about weekly. There may be some weeks I skip when I'm traveling and stuff, but close to weekly with educational information specifically for piercers, apprentices, people learning how to pierce, front of house, all that stuff. I have a few series that I'm putting out for my Patreon that I'm really excited about. There's of course going to be technique videos, actual video footage of me performing a piercing, typically with some breakdowns of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, tools I'm using, things like that. There's going to be videos that go more specific on techniques, from things like how I like to mark for certain piercings to hand positioning and grips and showing different tool usage for different piercings. That's pretty par for the course, I feel like, for educational Patreons, and there's a couple other piercers out there doing Patreons with similar content who are fantastic. But the rest of the content that I'm really excited about for mine is a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a Back to Basics series where every month I do a blog post or a video where I review some very basic fundamental information. This series is designed for people who maybe didn't have the best apprenticeship, maybe didn't get the best training, or maybe don't have access to the best knowledge to review really basic, just like fundamental information some people just didn't get. I have a lot of content coming out for this that's going to have a big focus on inclusivity, how we can better work with trans clients, clients of color, clients of all abilities, and how you can make your studio and your practice as accessible as possible. And to start it all off for the first month of September, we're talking about floating navels because after my content about floating navels here on TikTok and over on YouTube, there were so many piercers and apprentices who were asking me to talk more about doing them and what goes into it and things like that. So that is what all of the content initially is themed around, but I'm really excited for y'all to see what I have in store.